So, I got this friend of mine. He's an older gentleman. He's in his mid-70s. And I was talking to him the other day, and he said, "Man, I got a phone call the other night from the IRS." And he said, "This was serious. It wasn't a scam." He said, "The IRS told me that they've been checking over my taxes and said they had some discrepancies, so they looked into my bank account. Seen I've been putting in a lot of money and taking out a lot of money and putting in a lot of money and taking out a lot of money. So, being the IRS, they want to know where the heck all that money was going and where it was coming from. So they told me I better come into the office next day before it turned into a full-blown audit." So he said, he got to thinking about it, and he said, "Well, I better go pick up my lawyer." So he went the next day and got his lawyer and went to the IRS office and walked in and sat down. And the agent introduced himself, and again, he, reiterated, "We checked into your bank account, and you got large amounts of money going in, large amounts of money going out." And he said, "We just want you to come in and see if you can explain yourself before we have a full-blown audit." So the man, he said, "Well, I do a lot of gambling." He said, "I'm a heavy gambler." And he said, "I put a lot of money in. I lose a lot of money sometimes, but I take a lot of money out." And so the IRS agent said, "Well, can you tell me a little bit more about that?" He said, "What exactly does that entail?" And he said, "I'll tell you what." He said, "I bet you $5,000 that I can bite my eye." And the IRS agent looked at him real funny and thought for a second. He said, thought to himself, he said, "Well, that's easy money." He said, "Okay, you're on." Well, the old man reached up, popped out his glass eye, bit his eye, and popped it back in. The IRS agent's like, "Dang it, you tricked me." And the man said, "No, I didn't. I told you I'd bite my eye." He said, "But I'm a fair man." He said, "I'll tell you what I do. I'll give you a chance to win your money back." He said, "I'll bet you $7,000 that I can bite my other eye." IRS agent thought about it for a minute. He said, "Well, that man, his attorney didn't help him come in the door, and he didn't have a cane, and he doesn't have a CNI dog." He said, "You know what, you're on. I'll make that bet with you." The old man takes his false teeth out and bites his own other eye. Well, the IRS agent went ballistic, of course, and he said, "That's not fair. It's not fair at all." And the old man was kind of laughing. He said, "Well, I tell you what." He said, I do lose a lot of money, and I do win." He said, I'll give you a chance to win your $12,000 back." He said, "And you're just about guaranteed to win this." So he said, "I tell you what I'll do. Double or nothing." He said, I bet you that I can pee in that trash can across the room over there, good 12 feet over in the corner, from right here where I'm standing, and not get one drop of pee on anything between there and that trash can." The IRS agent thought for a minute, and he thought of the trickery ways that he could get him. And he said, "You know what? Ain't no way." He said, "You're on, buddy." Well, the old man stood up, unzipped his pants, and peed all over that IRS agent's desk. Just peed everywhere. The IRS agent jumped up and started laughing and joking and pointing his finger and said, "I got you, I got you, I got you." About that time, the old man's attorney started crying. The IRS agent looked over and he said, "Well, what in the world's wrong with you?" And he said, "He bet me $100,000 on the way over here that he could pee on your desk and you'd like it."